This is Robert Harper with Virginia Farm Bureau's Grain Division, bringing you the Merchandiser Minute for Friday, July 27th. We're recording here right before the close. So far this week, December corn is up 6 cents a bushel. November soybeans is up 14 cents a bushel. And September wheat, your old crop contract, is up 15 cents a bushel also. If we look at the USDA reports this week, the Monday crop progress had the condition of the corn crop at 72% good to excellent. A year ago, we were at 62% good to excellent this week. On soybeans, 70% of the crop is rated at good to excellent, and last year it was 57. So as you can see, the size of the crop this year from a yield perspective is very good. Export loadings this week were as expected for corn, wheat, and for beans. And we saw Japan, Mexico, and Egypt as the top destinations for those vessels. As far as the USDA export sales report, we saw as expected numbers for corn and wheat, but the soybean numbers were soaring. They were way above expectation as other destinations, other buyers are coming in with the absence of China. August the 10th is something we've got to keep close to our mind's eye. That's the monthly crop production report. Usually the USDA adjusts yields on the August 10th report. That's Friday, 2 weeks. And we're expecting yields to be adjusted up because of the excellent crop conditions. The highlights this week from a news perspective were phenomenal. We heard early in the week of a $12 billion aid package to producers in reference to the declines in futures prices because of tariffs. We also heard from President Trump and the leader of the European Union of a potential trade deal that would bar any tariffs between our economy and the European Union. That's a big deal. We also heard from Trump this week, President Trump, that he's working hard for a waiver on the renewable fuel standard to allow E15 to be used year-round in the nation's gasoline supply instead of an E10 or a 10% blend. That could use a lot of corn and create a lot more demand. Also this week, the spring wheat tour was in full bloom. The numbers came in a little bit lower on yield than what the USDA is predicting. That helped bump the wheat price this week. And we also saw today numbers from the U.S. about our economic growth. Our second quarter growth surged to 4.1% from a 2.2% growth in the first quarter. So just big news to process and a lot to think about. When we look ahead to next week, make sure you're taking a look at the USDA drought monitor that's released every Thursday. There are 8 states that are suffering severe drought, and about 40% of the nation's cow herd is in those 8 states, so there are a lot of ranchers and a lot of pasture conditions that are suffering. As far as the Corn Belt goes, however, conditions look near ideal. The crop is big, we've got cool temperatures going into early August, and we've got adequate rainfall as well. We're going to see a lot more news next week about trade and trade deals, and that's going to impact our price. So give us a call if we can help you. Again, this is Robert Harper with your Merchandiser Minute from Virginia Farm Bureau's Grain Division.